Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It is Monday afternoon, about 4:15 on March 17th, 2014. Look, this is green. It's always been green, but it's appropriate today because it is St. Patrick's Day. So if you are of Irish descent, happy St. Patrick's Day. Let me read this to you, then we'll take a quick look at the chart. The website and this video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I control lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. And I am not a licensed financial professional. I'm just a guy who draws lines on charts. So let's take a look. Okay, I made mention in the weekend video that I wasn't quite ready to give up on the ability of this market to rally, because every time, frankly, we've reached the point where you feel like this is probably it, it's all over, it hasn't been. So until you make a somewhat costly bullish call, I think you got to keep making the same calls. And we closed on Thursday and Friday, actually, right around our neckline from our inverted head and shoulders pattern. Again, this is one of those kind of funny-looking shortened patterns. There's our neckline, left shoulder, head, one of those little miniature right shoulders again. We got up over this neckline by a technically significant margin, but then we couldn't hold it, and we started to come back for a back test, what appears to be a back test. We came underneath it just a little bit, but remember, this is all a little bit fuzzy in here. It really, if I had to say draw a neckline, I probably should have drawn a neck rectangle, something like that. Actually, that's not the exact right position. But you get the picture. The idea being that we're not really dealing necessarily with a perfectly formed neckline. There. That would be kind of what it would look like. It would just be this little zone here. So, and the reason is there's ambiguity as to whether or not this would be the starting point or this would be the starting point, whether this would be the neckline or this would be the neckline, or you get the picture. So anyway, coming into today, if you watch the weekly review over the weekend, I made mention that we had a little area of congestion down here that may be setting up a reversal. And the idea was, if we get over this top line, then we should mount a challenge on this other line. And if we get over that, then I think we probably will advance and make another go for getting over about 1883, 1884. And if that fails, we may slide back a bit, at which point this would become a potential inverted head and shoulders pattern. Okay, now, to complicate things, we also have the possibility, and I have to be frank, that this could be a head and shoulders top. So if we fail to get over this line and instead we sink back down and take out this entire area here to the point of also breaking down through some of these lines of support, then I believe we would be headed likely to test 1800. And it's not a huge pattern either way. If you look at it like that, it would have a target of about 1800 if this were to be a head and shoulders top. But right now, we got a nice bounce out of this little triple bottom. If we take a look at it a little bit closer, you can see that actually early on we met the target from that triple bottom, because we measure the height of the pattern. We look at the point of the breakout, and there it is. We made that probably about around 10 o'clock this morning. So what am I looking at here? Oh, and by the way, I did refine this top blue line just to make sure I was touching this top and this top to see where it really to get it more accurate. And lo and behold, that was where we started to see just a little bit of selling near the end of the day. So tomorrow, I would say one of two things. Hopefully, this becomes a bull flag, and we bust up over this line, and we start making that move up to roughly 1880 or the low 1880s to challenge this line right here. If we look at what we saw pretty much for the entire day, frankly, there's a little bit of ambiguity, okay? And let me show you what I mean. I hate it when you get things like this, because you could say that we have a peak here and a peak here. Let's draw a line. And you could say we broke over that line and then did two little back tests, and that is a bullish thing. Okay? That's something you could say. But you could also say, well, maybe the important areas are these two lows right here and right here, and we actually broke down underneath that line, and we're going to back test it and then see resistance. So either one of these scenarios, if we're looking at just the 2-minute chart, I think you could make an argument for either one of those. However, I don't think there's much ambiguity at all about looking at this line and saying this is the line that tells us that the selling is, that we are reversing up. This little thing down here alone, I don't think that is sufficient. I think it's nice. It's good that instead of just getting a quick little bounce, we actually work around a little bit. That might build a little bit firmer foundation to support a move up over this line. But we don't have it yet, so we're not out of the woods. However, it is good. We are back over our neckline, and we're back over our, quote, neckline region as well. And if we get up over this line tomorrow, then it looks to me like we should be running on up to check and to retest these highs in the 1880 to 1883 range. If we do that, it would not surprise me if we run into a little bit of resistance upon reaching this level right here, which would be at about 1873, 1874. That wouldn't surprise me. So guys, it's pretty simple. This little pattern did reverse. We had a nice day today, but it's not enough to say that the selling is over. It's not enough to say we're reversing back up. We need to take this line out before I think we can say that with any degree of confidence. So guys, there's your video for March 17th, 2014. Happy St. Patrick's Day again. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this, and thank you for your support.